Allah, hello again. Welcome to our meditation session. Yes, this session is all about meditation. And maybe you can already see it's a half an hour video, and maybe you're like, oh my God, meditating for half an hour. So don't run away, stay with me. I'm gonna tell you a bit about meditation. I'm gonna tell you how to set up for meditation. And then, of course, we will have a practice of meditation. So I will guide you step by step. And you probably heard about meditation. It is around. It is a worldwide phenomena. There are so many apps out there. It seems like everyone is meditating. And probably so do you. There are different forms of meditation. And maybe the first question, why should I meditate? What is meditation? So this can be a lecture as well, but of course it is not supposed to be a lecture. So to just give you some ideas, and there are many other ideas outside in this world. So when you're interested, please have a look on the internet, and it is full of what is meditation and why you should do it. So very generally said, meditation is helping you to calm down. And maybe you can say, yeah, well, so does TV or reading a book. Well, no. So if I would go really scientifically, I will tell you about brain waves, and they are different in meditation. But as we probably don't have the equipment to monitor our brain rates, it is more like, okay, what can you feel when you practice it? What we are doing and what we are learning by doing is to find a position where our body is still. We are just breathing in a normal way, and we are trying to distance ourselves from our thoughts. So, as you probably know, thoughts are kind of like running all the time. It kind of like starts when you wake up, so you're still in bed, and thoughts are running and telling you what to do, what not to forget. There are many practical thoughts throughout the day. There are also like big thoughts, like about your existence, like what is it all about? And like medium big thoughts, like what should I do? Should I move to another city? Should I find another apartment to live in? Should I have kids? Yes, no. It's many things, and of course they are important. The problem is when it is too much. And I would say this applied to most of us, that our head is kind of like always running. It's a crazy noise in there. Just think of a group of monkeys, and every monkey has one idea, has one thought, has one topic, and they are all running like crazy all together, and they are all like screaming and making noises at the same time. So even if you would say, okay, I would like to sit with one thought, this also might be quite challenging, because the other thoughts are not very easily to calm down. So the benefits would be that you can kind of like step away from this crazy group of monkeys, and from the distance you can have a look at them. And then you can decide, actually, okay, for my daily life and for the big or medium big decisions in my life, what is the monkey, what is the topic that I would like to listen to? Or maybe it's one or two or three you would like to listen to. But when it's like 30 or 300 at the same time, it is probably too much. So this is like one explanation why we should meditate, to find calmness, and this calmness comes with a sense of seeing clear. Because when you are distracted all the time, then it's hard to see clear, and of course it is hard to come to clear decisions. So this is a practice that is supposed to help you in your life, in your daily life, with your daily tasks, small and big things. And I would say, let's set up for meditation. So you can practice meditation in different shapes of your body. Generally, this is also very generally said, it is good to have a long spine. And of course, whenever we say in yoga, we are speaking about long spine, we want to maintain the natural curves. But what we want is that our spine is spacious. Why is it all about the spine? So anatomically spoken, this is the cord of our central nervous system. So this is kind of like the main electricity wire in your body that keeps all the things moving. So we want to ensure that this cord, and energetically it would be the main energy line, and we will probably get to it when we speak about chakras and how energy moves. So we want to make sure that this line is open and that energy can flow. So how to do it? We will do a meditation where our body is still. So that means there are also dynamic meditations, but this is not the topic for now. So our body is in stillness. So what you know and what you probably do is just seated. You can sit on the floor. This would be my choice for today. And you can sit in any ways. So it can be a cross-legged position where your feet support your legs and your knees are up in the air, but actually your legs are laying on your feet. So this could be an idea. You could place your feet in front of each other. Maybe here you feel like, oh, my knees are a bit high in the air. Then you can use something to prop you. So I have a professional block. You can use anything. It can be a cushion. It can be whatever. So if I place something under my knee, maybe even under both knees, then I allow my legs to rest and I feel in my hips, oh, actually this fits really nice because I don't have to hold my legs. So our aim is to find a good position to start. It can also be sitting on your heels. So the side view will be, I'm literally sitting on my feet. You can also have a block that you put in between your feet, so you would sit on the block and the feet are free. Another idea is to sit on a couch, on a chair. If you do so, I would advise to plant your feet flat on the ground. And do you know what? You could also lay down. I would recommend to lay on your back. If you do so, again, make sure you have a happy spine. What can help you with that? So for many people, it's super nice when they lay down, because some people might feel their lower back. I'm one of these people. So if you would lay down, you can have something underneath your knees, your legs, to support you. And this gives some extra release in your lower back. So the idea is that you find a most comfortable position. And of course, this is also the embodiment of ahimsa, of being non-violent or positively said, being loving towards yourself, being kind towards yourself. So my act of kindness will be that I choose this cushion. It has a funny triangular shape, and I really like this shape because I feel like my legs are perfectly supported. So I will use this cushion, and I will quickly give you a demo why so many people sit a bit higher. So I have my feet in front of each other right now, and just have a look at my knees. So my knees are not in touch with the ground. And when I now lift my torso, when I lift my hips higher, I'm just pressing myself up. So for a moment, if I do this, see what happens to my knees. Again, I will do it. Ta-da! So my knees get a bit lower. And this is what the cushion is helping me. So it feels like my knees are in a nice place of contact. My legs are in a nice place of contact. So I'm giving you all these options to make sure you have a good foundation. So whatever it is, if it is a seated posture, if it is a laying posture, make sure you have a foundation where you can root down. So you can really be in one place for a certain amount of time. As we will not move here, have something to cover you. Make sure you're not getting cold. It can be a blanket, it can be a sweater, it can be anything, socks, anything that is good, that keeps you warm and that will not disturb you. So make sure there's nothing in your way that you don't need. And when you are in your position, I invite you for some little tiny movements. So the movements that feel good for your spine, basically. So when you are seated, it's super nice to stretch out your arms. You can even do that when you're laying down. If you wish to make a sound, then please do so. Find some snake movements in your spine, maybe. I'm just giving you suggestions because I'm inviting you to do these movements where you feel like, oh yeah, this is good, I need these movements. So the idea is that with all these movements, you on one side move yourself more into your foundation, into your roots, and on the other side, you're loosening yourself up a bit. So the idea would be energy can flow. Exhale through your mouth. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come to stillness. When you meditate, you can close your eyes. You can also keep your eyes slightly, slightly open. So you're not really seeing objects, but you would see like a bit of the light that is in your room. So try it out. Maybe for you, this can be this aha moment where you feel like, oh my God, it's actually easier for me to stay focused when I can see just a little tiny bit of my environment instead of eyes closed, and then maybe you get lost in yourself. So try these options, and I would say for this session, you can even after a few minutes, you can see, okay, if another option suits you. Still, I invite you not to move so much from now on. So close your eyes or have them a little tiny bit open. And when you are seated, especially then, make sure you position your head on the very top of your spine. And you feel this kind of perfect position when your head feels as light as possible, when you don't have to hold so much. When you are laying on your back, then very, very slightly, You tuck your chin towards your chest so you feel the back of the neck is elongating. Allow your face to soften all the big and small muscles. And then become aware with closed eyes. Become aware of your environment. What can you hear? What sounds are there that are far away? What sounds are there that are very near, very close to you? What is it that you can sense? What is the temperature that you can feel on your skin? How does your clothes feel on your skin? And how does the part of your body feels that is in contact with the ground? How does it feel, your flesh, your skin that takes the weight? Become aware if there's anything that you can smell, that you can taste. And by checking your environment with your senses, you're kind of like making sure, okay, I am in a safe spot. I am allowed to turn my senses inwards. So let's turn the senses inwards. What is it that you can see on your inside? What sensations are there? Emotions, thoughts, ideas. And don't search for them. It's more like acknowledging what is there right now. And if you wish, you can give it a name, you can put it into a certain category. It's kind of like cleaning up and putting the things in its place. Maybe you feel that certain emotions, ideas are connected to a sensation in your body. If it's so and you feel a tightness in your shoulders, in your jaw, what can you do to loosen this tightness? Is it a little tiny subtle move? Or is it just already that you distance yourself from this sensation, from this thought, from this idea? And then bring your awareness to your breath. What can you feel at the very tip of your nose, at your nostrils? Can you feel the stream of air flowing in your nose, coming out of your nose? Can you feel a difference in the temperature? Difference between inhalation and exhalation? And then with your next inhalation, follow the stream of breath where you can sense your breath. Can you sense your breath in your throat, in your chest, in your belly? And maybe this is already one of the hardest exercises, to watch your breath without changing it. And the idea is that you allow your breath to happen. That you allow each inhalation to nourish your body with fresh air, and that every exhalation cleans your body of what is unnecessary. And then just for a moment, bring your awareness to your body. Make sure your position is stable. Make sure your hands are in a good position. Maybe you wish to change the placement of your hands so your shoulders can relax, your neck can relax, your face relaxes. And then coming back to your breath, the bridge between the body and your mind. And maybe you already noticed that this group of monkeys that is inside of you, it is maybe a bit more silent. Or if it's not silence, maybe it's easier for you to distinguish between their different voices. Maybe the group of monkeys is a bit clearer. So how can you step back from this group and observe them? It is not about ignoring them. You're not turning your back to them, because actually they are part of you. You're stepping back for a bigger picture. And imagine that you take the seat of the observer. You take the place, the position of the observer. And how can you watch them in a kind way, in a non-harming way? You don't want to eliminate them. You want to distance yourself. You want to look at them from this distance. And you want to learn from them. But for now, keeping the distance. You're not jumping right in the center of the group of them. You're keeping this distance, the place of the observer. Soften your face, your jaw, the space around your eyes. And allow your gaze to turn inwards. To see what's going on. And whenever you feel you are magnetized towards the group of monkeys, they might be cheeky monkeys, then a good idea is to bring your focus to your breath. This helps you to keep the place, the space of the observer. Just noticing how your breath is flowing, this rhythm of ebb and flow. Maybe you experience a monkey that in a clever way wants to lead you away from the group, lead you away from the seed to show you something that is really important. And you're actually gonna tell the monkey, yeah, okay, I see you, but for now I'm gonna stay in the place of the observer. And to manifest your decision, feel into your foundation. How is your actual physical body rooted to the ground? How can your spine belong? Realize how the crown of the head moves away from your hips, from the very lowest end of the spine. So you keep this channel of energy open, being rooted between the earth and the skies. When you feel maybe that it's actually not the monkeys that are distracting you, maybe in this picture of you being the observer sitting in a certain place, that you are kind of like sliding away from this place. I invite you to, with a loving intention, bring you back to this place. There are some days where it is quite easy for you to come back to this place, and there are other days where it's really, really hard. And when today is one of your hard days, you can say to yourself, hey, it's okay. It's hard for me today to stay in this place, to stay in this space with my focus, with all that I am. So even if today I'm a bit wobbly, I will stay here for a while with the best I can, with the best that I can do today. So you're not comparing yourself to other meditation experiences you might already have had. It is absolutely about the here, the now. And you are trying your best, you are giving your best in the here and now. And the philosophy of ahimsa, of non-violence, can help you to acknowledge that. It can be the voice that is saying, wow, I see, I'm really struggling today. But still, I do the best that I can. And this is lovely, this is beautiful. I am supporting myself. And then take a sweet, deep breath into your belly so your belly becomes round. And if you wish, exhale out of your mouth. Maybe still with eyes closed, come into tiny movements. You can stretch. If you wish, you can make more sounds like yawning, sighing. Slowly, slowly open your eyes, gaze in front of you. And then let's seal this experience of meditation today with 3 together. Bring the palms of your hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. And let's inhale. Release your hands down. Open your eyes when they are not open already. And then come back to your environment. Take a look around. And then you are free to do whatever you wish to do with the rest of the day. All the best to you. Namaste.